Sweating to the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Sweating to the truth. Yo, new season, new colors, new merch, new swag. Go over to Imago Day Apparel Shop and get in your bag with our latest gear. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rep the kingdom, I rock in his image. Every order and purchase goes into helping me bring you better content. And so every order and purchase is greatly appreciated. We thank you for the support, and as always, peace and love. Yo, what's going on with it, man? So we got a good one for you today, bro. Hey, so Barack Obama should have just kept his mouth quiet. He done got folks ticked off and folks going and putting all sorts of videos together. They bringing out old evidence. They piecing this and that together, bro. He should have just kept quiet. But instead he had to come out and do what he did.
That seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly. And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are
insult men as if we don't know what we're doing, as if we're making bad decisions that are not of our better interest, as if he knows what our better interests are and we don't. And it's all bad for him, bro. I can honestly say Barry Barack Hussein Obama ain't looked this bad probably since never, bro. Now, of course, you know, he has some pull within the community, somewhat. But after this, bro, like none, bro. But here I have a video of somebody who put together some information on police killings. How many police killings happened under Barry Barack Hussein Obama? How many were charged? And how many were convicted? Let's tap in.
Jonathan Ferrell was unarmed when he died, just a month shy of his 25th birthday.
Now that officer, Randall Carrick, is charged with voluntary manslaughter.
A mistrial was declared in the case of a white police officer who shot and killed an unarmed black man.
Death of Eric Garner of a heart attack on Thursday. The father of 6 can be heard on the tape saying repeatedly, "I can't breathe! I can't breathe!"
People simply cannot understand why the grand jury did not indict when they could actually see video of what went down between that New York police officer and Eric Garner.
Michael Brown, an unarmed 18-year-old, was shot and killed during a struggle with a Ferguson police officer.
Sir Darren Wilson will not be indicted.
It's the feeling among many of these people that black lives don't matter. Not one reason did this grand jury find to indict.
That's what I want to know. I have a black child.
Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke shot and killed 17-year-old Laquan McDonald.
For the first time in 35 years, a Chicago police officer is charged with first-degree murder.
That officer found guilty of second-degree murder.
12-year-old Tamir Rice on Sunday.
Tamir Rice was playing with a pellet gun when officers arrived, and one of them opened fire within 2 seconds.
Grand jury decided not to indict the 2 officers who shot and killed 12-year-old Tamir Rice.
Prosecutors in Baltimore dropped all remaining charges against 3 police officers in the Freddie Gray case.
Samuel DuBose was shot in the head Sunday after being pulled over for a missing license plate.
Officer Raymond Tensing has now been charged with murder and voluntary manslaughter.
The only reason why Tensing is being charged is because there was a body cam. Yes.
Now those charges have been dismissed.
in the death of Alton Sterling,
African-American man killed by police in Louisiana.
The Louisiana Department of Justice cannot proceed with a prosecution.
All we want is the same justice that they put against us whenever we go through certain trials and tribulations.
Philando Castile, a supervisor at a school cafeteria where kids loved him.
Police officer Geronimo Yanez shot Castile to death while he was in the car with his girlfriend and her 4-year-old daughter.
Jurors found Yanez was reasonable in his decision to shoot and kill Philando Castile during a traffic stop last July.
Under the circumstances, just because he was a police officer, that makes it okay.
30-year-old Terrence Crutcher was killed on Friday when local officers responded to a call of a stalled vehicle in the middle of the road.
12 jurors found TPD officer Betty Shelby not guilty of manslaughter.
Several weeks ago, we lost two of New York's finest, Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu. They were serving their community with great honor and dedication and courage. And all of New York grieved and all of the nation grieved. It was a reminder of the incredibly difficult and dangerous work that so many of our law enforcement officers are engaged in every single day. I had a chance to meet the families of Officers Ramos and Liu at the memorial that we did just a few days ago. But it's important for us not only to honor their memory, it's also important for us to make sure that we do everything we can to help ensure the safety of our police officers. What this legislation is going to do is to initiate a blue alert system so that when we know there's an active threat against law enforcement, that the alerts are going out at a comprehensive, expeditious way. That prevents the possibility that other officers may be caught by surprise, and it ensures that appropriate steps can be taken as quickly as possible.
Now for the people, y'all see that, right? Now for the people that act like Barack Obama was just Black Jesus, just like he did. He did stuff for the Black community. This is proof right here that he didn't. And I'm not saying that, hey, I'm against any of the stuff that he done then. I do believe that our police officers need to be, as Donald Trump said, qualified immunity. So that means if you qualify for the immunity, then you get that. But if you break the law and murdering somebody or, some type of police brutality that was uncalled for, then you don't qualify for that community. Nonetheless, for that immunity, excuse me. But nonetheless, what I'm getting at, though, is that for all these people who act like Barack Obama got into the White House and represented Black people, he didn't. There was literally nothing that he did for Black people, period. Now, we know that he did stuff for the LGBTQ community. We know that, he did stuff for law enforcement. But in terms of just singling out the Black community, he did not. But so many people just swear up and down, oh, he was for Black people. Nah, bro. So let's stop putting that out there. And he proved even more that he wasn't for Black people when he came out trying to sway men to vote for Kamala Harris, manipulating and gaslighting, trying to manipulate and gaslight us to vote for this woman, knowing that she has no policies that represent us, that appeal to us. Let's keep it a buck. The only reason why people even fool with Barack Obama or say he was the best president ever is simply because he was Black or the first Black president in office. That's really it. Because in terms of what he did for Black people, we can even watch this right here.
Black unemployment. Let's take a look at that. Oh, Barack, you did so much for us. Look, when you took over, 13% Black unemployment, and you got it all the way down to a 7.5. Yeah, you were fantastic for the brothers. You did so much. Trump then took it from 7.5 to 5.4. So what did you really do, Barack? What did you do? Food stamps. Oh, because Barack is black. He had to get black people off of food stamps, right? Right? Well, then again, you'd be wrong there as well, because this is when Bush left, and at the peak, 47.6 million Americans were on food stamp under Barack. Trump. It steadily went down under Trump. Now, when you run across these people, they always want to say, well, Trump brought on $5 trillion in debt to the economy. Well, let's take a look. Well, unfortunately for y'all, it was actually $3 trillion. 3.2 trillion. But Barack, oh yeah, $24 trillion. I think I'll take the 3 trillion opposed to the $24 trillion in debt. So Barack, you can miss me with all that bullshit. But what I will do is this. For all y'all who want to keep talking about your savior and everybody else who wants to talk about what Barack, well, Barack was so great. Remember when Barack said this?
And again, I'm not for any president necessarily singling anybody out and giving a particular group of people this or a particular group of people that. I say if you're going to do something, you do it for Americans. But, you got people who pass the Asian hate crime. Now Barack Obama didn't do that, but he did do a lot of stuff for the LGBTQ community. But again, like I said, people only fool with him because of his skin color. That's it. And that's probably why he felt as if he can come and do what he did in regards to Kamala, because he was like, hey, they voted for me because I was black. So maybe if I come and step in and tell them like, hey, yo, remember, y'all voted for me when I was black. Y'all voted for me because I was black. Do the same thing for your sister. She went to college with you. Come from the same struggling background as you. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace, love. I'm out.
100, 100, 100, that's all I know. Ain't taking a dime off. We working, and that for sure. Ain't taking no time off. We serving, deliver hope. Forget all that crime talk. 100, 100, 100, that's all I go. Yeah, that be what I'm about.